Hello everyone, my name is Os, and welcome to another update to the Slazo situation. As much as I want to go back to my regular content, I feel like since I covered this thing at all, that I should be updating you guys regularly with the right information so everyone's informed as much as possible. So that being said, let's just get into what's been happening. A lot of you guys noticed that I hearted pretty much every comment in the previous video and the video before this, and I just want to explain why. I used the heart system to let you know that I've read your comment and that, you know, I've seen it, I guess. If it's not hearted yet, then I probably just haven't gotten to it yet. There's quite a bit of comments on these types of videos, so I'm just gonna try to, you know, slowly churn through them. And actually, speaking of comments, a lot of this video is based off of your guys' comments from the previous video. I'm taking a couple of those observations and I'm gonna, you know, inherit them into this video. So thank you guys for commenting that, and please continue doing that because I've gotten a lot of good opinions and my opinion has been shaped largely around what you guys have said. Now, please bear with me. This video is going to be quite disorganized because I am unscripted, but I'll try my best to keep things in a digestible manner. So let me know if I said something confusing and I will be happy to clarify what I said. Just drop a comment down below and I'll get back to that as soon as possible. Okay, so with that all out of the way, I'm just gonna jump straight into the information. So no new evidence has really come out. Slazo's still working on his response video, and Shay hasn't really released any other canon evidence quite yet. But a lot of people are starting to become a little suspicious, and there are a couple of things popping up from the community itself. So first things first, people are starting to question Shay's actual intention for releasing this. She does claim that she wants to help other people in the situation, but I feel like that's really not the biggest reason. In fact, it could be very minor. A lot of people are claiming revenge on this. I'll try to show a couple of comments on here. These are all from my previous video, and notice that a lot of people are like, something seems a little fishy here. And I agree with you guys. There seems to be some like ulterior motives, and I'm not necessarily saying this to undermine Shay's credibility, but I'll let you guys decide on how that affects your view on the whole situation. So, as I said, a lot of you guys think that she's actually doing this out of revenge, and there are a couple of points that might support this, including Slazo just hitting 800k, and also just the fact that she might be mad that there isn't any repercussions for him. And that's completely valid, I guess, but it does seem to like undermine what she's saying just a little bit, because she claims that she's doing this for other people in the situation, and she also claims that Slazo is being that person that he was in 2016, 2017. I'm reiterating this point from my previous video. There is no evidence of this at this point. This is future me just cutting in with hopefully better audio to make another point that I forgot to state. I noticed that on the Instagram DMs, the ones that were released and were dated to be right before Shay released all this stuff, they seem to be on talking terms right before the whole conversation started. If you look at the Instagram DMs, the very first page, Shay is actually asking if he and his father are doing better in terms of relationships, and he answers yeah. So I feel like there's some like sudden change of personality here. I don't know if that really means anything, but I noticed it and I thought it was a little bit weird to seem like she seems to be really mad at him, yet she's asking if he's doing better, and those messages were dated on May 12th, which is just a little over a month ago, so right before this whole thing happened, and I felt like mentioning this would be kind of important. I don't know if it really means anything, but I thought it was kind of interesting. Alright, now back to whatever I was saying right before this. While I'm not necessarily excusing Slazo for his previous actions, we must take a look at the current situation and say, okay, Shay has claimed that other girls have come forward to say that they are feeling uncomfortable around Slazo, but as a comment on the previous video states, there is a staggering lack of other girls coming forward to drive Shay's knife home. And I've noticed that too, is like there doesn't seem to be much of a support for Shay's claims other than the fact that Slazo abused her in 2016 and 2017. And that seems a little weird to have motives for something that doesn't exist, I guess. But either way, I don't know how to really react to this other than to say, is Shay hiding something? She could very well have not given the full story, and maybe that's why Slazo's taking a while, but there's a lot of speculation that has to happen here, and I'm open to see what you guys think, so let me know in the comments below. Continuing this point further, she also claims that she wants Slazo to take responsibility for this, and a lot of people are questioning why that is the way she's going about this. All she really did is ruin a career and not much else. I guess there isn't really much to be learned here. Slazo's already very apologetic in the DMs, and she hasn't released other evidence of other girls feeling uncomfortable. So has he taken responsibility, or is this exactly what Slazo was afraid of? Releasing this to the public wouldn't be helping anyone. So it does seem slightly weird here, because all I've seen so far is Slazo's career get hurt, and that doesn't seem like something that really helps anyone in this case. I understand that a lot of people don't want to watch him knowing that he did this in the past, but a lot of people are also believing that he's being that person now, while there's really no empirical evidence that shows that, which I think is a bit unfair, and hopefully Slazo's video can prove that, either confirm or deny that. I mean, but like, so far there's really no evidence of it, but people are jumping to conclusions a bit too quick, and I don't really blame Shay for this too much, but I feel like she would have known that there would be a large backlash without even a lot of evidence other than DMs. And since the situation has been boiling for a couple of days, people are starting to notice these weird anomalies, I guess, the holes in the plots, and people are starting to question this, so I'm just here covering that. Another thing that I personally noticed is that she mentions police involvement, that she considered it in her original tweet, I believe, yet she still hasn't released any information on that, or really no information has been released on that. I don't think any hardline reports have even come out to show that Slazo's been convicted of anything, even though she has plenty of evidence to do so, which I think is a little weird. Like, in a situation like this, I feel like reporting something to the police is something that you do either first or at least very soon after releasing this to the public, and it's been a couple of days now and I still haven't found anything through that. So far nobody has really said anything, and that only adds to the questionability of Shay's story. Once again, I'm not saying what she's saying is 100% untrue, but there is certainly some holes that I feel like are missing here, and Slazo's probably working hard to get those holes filled. And this kind of brings me to the last point. Is Shay claiming rape against him? We really don't know at this point. There seems to be a debate going on whether or not Slazo can be charged for statutory rape. And so I'm just gonna give a little opinion on that. So a couple of people are commenting saying that there wasn't really anything proving that Slazo actually did anything other than, touch her inappropriately or whatever, but that seems to be the extent of it as far as I can tell, through the DMs at least. She does claim that Slazo did forcefully do things with her, but it's kind of unclear right now. A lot of people do believe it, and I understand why, and I personally also lean towards there's a good possibility of it, but she hasn't really given a full, clear answer to that. She really hasn't claimed anything in that sense, and it's really the internet that's run away with this, calling him a rapist, but I feel like we should probably hold off on that right now. There's not quite enough evidence. I'm sure we can agree maybe there's some harassment happening, but that's really as far as I can see this going for now. I'm not saying that new evidence won't come out. I'm just saying there's a staggering lack of it right now for supporting Shay's story. I feel like something like this could easily be debunked, yet it hasn't been yet. So something is missing and none of us really know what it is. However, it's completely possible that I missed something with my sources. So let me know if I missed an important detail or something in the comments, and I will be reading through those very soon. So a quick summary to help you guys digest what I've said in this video. There are largely just a couple of points. So number one, is Shay actually releasing this for Slazo to take responsibility, and is she releasing this to help others, or is she just doing this for revenge? 2, is Slazo actually capable of being charged for certain allegations, or is the internet just running away? And 3, is Slazo still being that person? Shay claims once again that other people have come forward to her saying that they feel uncomfortable, and only Shay has really said that so far. We've seen nobody else release this. So is Slazo still being that person that Shay claims him to be? So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Feel free to like or dislike this video based on what I said. I am completely open to criticism, and also leave that down in the comments below. I'm going to try to make my best opinion on the end of this situation, which will hopefully come soon once Slazo releases his video or statement. I don't know what he's planning on doing for this, but so far we really only have Shay's side of the story and what speculation has been happening. And keep that in mind, this is all speculation. We really don't know what's actually happening, but this is all stuff that we've just been noticing over time. The last 2 videos I covered Shay's side of the story, and now I'm starting to cover the defense of Slazo because I feel like that's only fair. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below, and I'll try to respond to each and every one of them, and look out for the next video on the situation, which hopefully be the last one, but I feel like will be slightly unlikely for the time given. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you guys watching to the end if you're still here. I'll be linking pretty much all my sources down below. I'll be giving you guys a whole bunch of links, and I'll probably also have a pinned comment basically giving a more concise version of what I've said in this video because I did ramble quite a bit. But what's going to be happening is the situation's still developing, and I'll still do my best to cover this as it unfolds. So once again, I appreciate you guys being here, and I'll see you guys in the next coverage of this situation. Bye.